500 steps. A palace built on top of a rock. Frescoes painted on a vertical cliff face that have survived 15 centuries. And a story of a king who murdered his own father to take a throne. Then built something so extraordinary on this rock that the world still cannot fully explain how he did it. I am Santhosh Rupert. I am Sri Lankan. And today I am taking you up Sigiriya. In 477 AD, a prince named Kashyapa did something unthinkable. He seized the throne from his father, King Dhatusena, and had him walled up alive. The rightful heir, his half-brother Moggallana, fled to India but swore he would return. Kashyapa knew he was coming. And so, instead of ruling from the traditional capital of Anuradhapura, he did something extraordinary. He moved his entire kingdom to the top of this rock. If someone was going to come for him, they would have to come up 500 steps first. He built a complete city at the base of the rock. Water gardens with fountains and channels that still flow today. Engineered 15 centuries ago. Symmetrical pathways, a moat. And on the summit, a palace with cisterns, throne rooms, and terraced gardens. Moggallana eventually returned, defeated Kashyapa in battle, and Kashyapa took his own life rather than surrender. The palace was abandoned. The rock became a Buddhist monastery, and then, centuries later, the rest of the world discovered what had been sitting here in the Sri Lankan jungle all along. Here is everything you need to know before you visit. Entry costs $30 for foreign visitors and 100 Sri Lankan rupees for locals. Arrive at 7 a.m. when the gates open. By 10 a.m. it is crowded and the heat makes the climb genuinely unpleasant. Wear proper shoes, not sandals. Carry at least 2 liters of water. The climb takes most people between 45 minutes and 1 hour. As you begin the climb, you pass through the water gardens at the base. Stop here before you start going up. These gardens, the fountains, the ponds, the underground hydraulic systems, are over 1,500 years old and they still function. That detail alone is worth a moment of your time. About halfway up the rock face, you will reach a sheltered overhang. This is where the frescoes are. Paintings of celestial women, known as the Maidens of the Clouds, painted directly onto the rock in the 5th century. There were originally over 500 of these figures. Only 22 survive today. Do not rush past this section. Most people do, and most people regret it. Just past the frescoes is the mirror wall. Originally polished so smooth, the king could see his own reflection in it. Now it is covered in visitor inscriptions, some of them dating back to the 8th century. People have been writing on this wall for over 1,200 years. Read a few of them. They are love poems, travel notes, and observations from ordinary people across 12 centuries. Then you reach the Lion Gate. 2 enormous stone lion paws carved directly into the rock on either side of the staircase. The original lion's head has eroded away over the centuries, but standing between these paws gives you a sense of the scale of what was here. The final section from the Lion Gate to the summit is the steepest. Metal staircases bolted onto the rock face. Hold the railing, take your time, and then you are at the top. The summit is the size of nearly 2 football fields. This was a functioning palace. The throne room foundations are still visible. The royal swimming pool, cut directly into the rock, still holds water. And in every direction as far as you can see, jungle, sky, and the plains of the Sri Lankan central province stretching to the horizon. Here is something most visitors do not know. Look north from the summit. That smaller rock you can see in the distance is Pidurangala. If you climb Pidurangala instead of Sigiriya, you get a direct view of this rock, the full face of Sigiriya with the jungle behind it, for free. No entry fee, almost no crowds. Many people who have climbed both say Pidurangala gives the better photograph. If you have 2 days in the area, do Sigiriya on day 1 and Pidurangala at sunrise on day 2. You will not regret it. Sigiriya is not optional on a Sri Lanka itinerary. It is the one. Not because every travel guide tells you so, but because standing on top of it and understanding what was built here and why and by whom changes how you see this country. I grew up in Sri Lanka, and this rock still does that to me every single time. I am Santhosh Rupert. If this video helped you plan your visit, subscribe. I share Sri Lanka travel guides and hidden gems every single month. And tell me in the comments, have you been to Sigiriya? What was the moment that stopped you in your tracks? I read every reply.